Every one of you watching this screen, look out.
Anything can happen in the next half hour.
What did I tell you about cartoons?
They've got a lot of brains, and they've got a lot of chutzpah.
Tell me how comic books make you feel, Dave.
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious, and don't call me Shirley.
Hello there. Hound Dog howdy to you again. This is Frantz, Kantor, cartoonist, illustrator, Toon Talker. I'm here with
Jim Bridges, and I'm the president of the Australian Cartoon Museum in our new downtown Docklands new position. We've shifted again.
in our new position.
Yeah, in our new position we've shifted again. This is our third home.
Right. So you must be the only president that hasn't been impeached. Okay, so what are we doing today?
Hang on, I'm absorbing that blow. We're doing Robert Risko.
I'm giving you the week.
We're very risky.
The news in week. Here's some week news for you. Okay, so what we're doing is Robert Risko is an illustrator and caricaturist.
And what do you put on the front page?
J. Edgar Hoover.
That's right, with a little bit of fingernail there. See, coming through, a little bit of touching.
Yeah, so there was a story after he died that he liked to
dress
up.
Well,
and it's very funny actually. There's a painting in Police Squad.
He used to dress down a lot of people in his life. He's dressed down a lot of people.
Well, yeah, he was.
But he dressed up.
He dressed up. Head of the FBI.
Yeah.
Very famous guy. So
not a nice
person. Lovely book. This is put out by Monticelli Press.
Not a nice person.
He spoke kindly of you. I don't know what's wrong with. Anyway.
He wouldn't let me go. He wouldn't let me look at my file.
So, television, style, music, thinkers, films, scandals, media, sports, theatre, politics. These are the subject matter of the Riscoe book. Very interesting guy.
And he used to work for
Rolling Stone
and Fair,
Playboy. And
he won a contest in.
Yeah.
Looks.
Draw Dinah Ross. Okay.
Right now.
TV. There you go. So these are all different chapters. You've got David Letterman, John Collins, Johnny Carson, Roseanne,
the trouble is,
Callista Flockhart.
If you don't know these people,
was Johnny Carson, Elizabeth Taylor.
Is this done this way just so you can tear the book apart and put all these in frames? And you don't have the name of it?
I'm not sure, maybe.
Anyway, I don't like it. I think the name should be on the picture. His style's interesting because it harks back to early 30s.
Yeah.
In American caricature.
Some of the caricatures in the 30s were very, very highly stylized.
Yeah.
So, they were done by artists back then. Illustrators were both graphic designers. This is the formative years of graphic design. So a lot of it in the 1930s.
Well, it's Ally McBeal. Look how he's done the breast. It's just like a wedge. Yeah.
Well, she has wedge breasts, so I believe. Callista Flockhart. Never really liked that show very much, must say. Ally McBeal. This is, who's that? Vanna White, Will Smith, Bob Newhart, and the Seinfeld Gang.
It's famous. Ally McBeal is famous for its shared toilets.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's Bob Newhart, which is fantastic. There's the nanny. That's the that was that game.
See, this is why I don't like this book. That's why I don't like this book. Number 10.
Merv Griffin.
Yeah.
This is the Mr. Cotter.
Welcome back, Mr. Cotter.
Yeah.
Look.
Yeah. Vinnie Barbarino.
Yeah.
And Horshack. I don't remember these two guys. Up your nose with a rubber hose. That's all I can remember.
It's interesting how he's done the mouth. See the.
Yeah, you get to a point. Okay, so graphic design, you sort of reduce everything down to basic symbols and things. So, going back to caricatures that are basically recognizable by a sum total of elements, and the elements are very few. So very few elements there, but they tell you who the character is. So even that's a great one of Will Smith.
Yeah.
He sort of devised Will Smith out of iconic. He's got like Shrek ears and things. There's iconic elements, a couple of elements, and maybe even a pose. Lucille Ball and J.R. Larry Hagman. Very, very simple arrangement of elements. These were designed to really pop off the page, and they did. They worked very well.
The mouth is nice.
Yeah, I don't know if he did any. I guess he would have done.
What, TV covers?
Yeah, TV Guide.
Okay.
He probably would have. I mean, they certainly had. Movie magazines in the 1930s that you could sort of hearken these back to.
She's in Fraser.
Is she? Okay, I don't know.
17.
Julia Child.
No, that's Julia Child.
Okay, so
burning the chicken.
Oh, that
or the
is
turkey.
Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Yeah.
Buffy.
Is it Buffy? Oh, okay. Well, I don't know.
Yeah, you lost her a little bit.
Yeah.
That's all right. It's okay. You can lose them.
To the Moon, Alice.
Is it?
See, you're the only one I know. You're the only one who knows. So you can lose them. So what?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Is it fun?
Really
Does it look good? Yeah.
These are good.
Right.
These are good. Don't know about her, but these are good.
Well,
it's a pity there's a bloody fold in the middle. I wanted to see the rest of her face.
she is very, very beautiful. She's a lovely face.
Yeah.
Him, not so much. That's a beautiful of course, on the T. This is very reminiscent of the 1930s and 40s of Bob Hope. Of course, he was on the cover of many, many comics and magazines.
Yeah.
And I think even there's some great Hirschfeld caricatures of him as well.
Yeah, lots.
So some of Hirschfeld's caricatures are incredibly stylized. So this is the generation, where the all of the Hirschfeld material that sort of hit.
Well, he had an incredible line,
face.
And I'm just saying that he had an incredible line, especially for showing movement. This is interesting how the shadow of the lip is just a straight,
Yeah, well, so the shapes, they could be flat, or they could be texture, they could be spray paint, or they could be charcoal or something like this. So again, it's harkening back to a time in the 1930s in the formative stages of colour printing. So they were experimenting with a lot of these different sort of techniques. And what would be the end result in the printed page? So charcoal. A lot of cartoonists used to do comics and cartoons with crayon, black crayon.
Very early.
Yeah.
Very early. Oprah. Very early. Oprah.
Yeah, Oprah and Trump's best friend. Can't remember.
What's her name? Yeah. You can't remember. Oh, it's Bill and Ted. Wayne's World.
Well, yeah. Okay. All right.
They've just remade the film. They just remade the film with their children.
Oh, right.
Well, it's Joan Rivers.
Yeah.
Look at this sort of...
So I've done a caricature of Joan Rivers. She's got this very long, jowly face. So he's got her, iconic... Now, Riscoe was very popular in the 80s. Really, really popular. You'd see his work constantly in Rolling Stone and fashion magazines. Anyone that wanted a caricature and wanted something that is stylish. The whole idea about this, like Hirschfeld used to, his work hangs up in collections, private collections, alongside Picasso's and Monet's. So, he's a very, very aesthetically classy looking technique.
The finger goes, it becomes the other part of the V for love.
And you know what they say about Proust?
Yeah, I do know what they say about him. They say that most people haven't read him.
So here we go. It's very nice. There's a bit of shine on this. I'll just sort of remove that. That's our.
It's given a texture it doesn't have.
That's Mrs. Australia. What's her name?
I don't know.
Tom Cruise's former wife. This is Jay-Z.
Miss Kidman?
Yeah. That's what's his name's husband?
Well, you called her Mrs. Australia.
Yeah, I don't know what's her name, buddy. Nicole Kidman. There you go. This is getting into film. So Joan Rivers, Brooke Shields, Puff Daddy. There you go, Puff Daddy, and Nicole Kidman. No, that's Claudia Schiffer. Looks a bit like Nicole Kidman, doesn't it?
Oh, that's Sophie Loren from Robert Altman's movie.
Who's that?
I don't know. That's Sophie Loren.
George Armani.
Yeah, he just died, didn't he? The
Style icon.
Yeah.
The GA. Who's that? Madonna. Okay. So yeah, I like this. Graphic design gives you the ability to reduce everything down into, very, very simple base elements. So it almost is like a puzzle. You sort of like, you don't know who this is, do you?
Yeah,
it doesn't.
Madonna.
Kind of, sort of looks like her.
Yeah, but I mean,
Right,
the
but
point
in
is,
the 90s, when
but-
this was running in a magazine,
Yeah, but
you would know who that was.
Yeah, but also Madonna tried to look like other people
Yeah.
in the first place.
Yeah.
She was using other style icons as her diving board off into her own career.
Diane Keaton and a Vogue party. This is Diane Keaton, of course. Again, I think he's channeling 1930s. This is very, very 1930s. It's sort of Hollywood parties.
Yeah, except
sort of who's who.
I don't know anybody there. I'm not into fashion.
It's a Vogue party. It's great stuff. So some of them are just sort of just reduced so much into just a symbol or a shape. Sometimes you can
Well, that's
get it
nice.
really well.
That's nice.
That is good.
And that's nice.
Yeah. And you could argue you could sort of develop these and push them even more, like simplify them even more. Would be great.
There is Hirschfeld here, and there's
Hirschfeld did the same thing. I mean, Hirschfeld, to qualify, Hirschfeld grew up in the 30s and 40s as well, so he would have, or 40s anyway.
20s. He was
30s
doing
and
stuff in the
40s, wasn't
20s. Yeah, been around a long time, that man.
David Bowie, of course. Someone else.
There's Barbra
Barbra.
Streisand. Yeah.
So it's an inventiveness based on play. So that's why
It's interesting.
It's
the
interesting.
triangles for the eyes, isn't it? It's very interesting because it also has the bridge between the nose.
Yeah, and there's also this drop shadow. So
Yeah.
there's like a bit of craft involved, cut out, shapes out of paper, coloured paper,
And he's managed.
and then arranging
He's managed to
them
get a
on-
lot of
on a
emotion
page.
out of the mouth too.
So,
Oh, Babs.
Yeah, Dolly Parton, Stevie Wonder, Al Tournay, Cher, Elvis Presley. Okay, we're going into music now. So again, it's the whole pop gamut of film, TV, and now music.
Isn't it lovely?
Cher, and Cher alike. It's a nice one of Cher. It's beautiful, simplified shapes. Elvis. There's the artist formerly known as Prince. When he used that iconic device, the logo device. Oh, you'll like this. This is very interesting.
Can you go back to?
So, yeah, there you go.
Well, there's the. You just happen to have the album here, sort of referring to. Yeah. Anyway.
I would never pick that up, but that's all right.
Well, the symbol,
Is it Gene Autry?
it does look like him, but that's Bob Dylan.
Oh, is it?
It's Bob Dylan.
Yeah. There's Cyndi Lauper.
That's Shake, Rattle and Roll.
Yeah, he died recently too.
He did. Roy the Boy. You can actually see his eyes behind the glasses. Well, there's something you don't normally see.
Yeah, Roy Orbison.
These are very strong, aren't they?
They're nice. Is it
That
like
shirt.
Yeah, music caricatures is a very interesting area. I used to love seeing them in Playboy magazine. Every year they'd have like the Playboy Hall of Fame.
People tend to push the music caricatures more than ordinary ones.
Yeah, I must admit I enjoy doing musicians more than anyone else. I think there's just something about it. There's a element of cool with music that you don't get with. You certainly will never get it with politicians.
Well, that's lovely.
Because
politicians
are awful.
Great. That's great.
Yeah, it's
Annie
Lennox and
well, that's a terrible Mick Jagger.
Mick Jagger.
No, don't like it at all.
Good angry cardboard.
Yeah. This is nice.
Yeah.
This is nostalgic. Look at the mic. Look at the
Iconic
mic.
nostrils.
Yeah.
Very nice. There's a bit of shine in here. Just want to. She's lovely. So again, you know, the simple shapes. It's how we respond.
You're doing the duck walk. Done a bit of work on that face, hasn't he?
Yeah, that's a good face.
That's the boss. Picking. It is the boss, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't want to go back.
There's Ray.
Yep. There's a bunch of people.
Well, there's Barbara again.
Yeah.
That's Joni Mitchell.
Yeah.
Aretha. Madonna.
Is that Madonna? Maybe. Yeah, it would
maybe.
be in that time.
Yeah.
In that time frame. Freud. Thinkers. So, that's lovely, isn't it? Yeah, the cigar and the brassiere.
Sometimes a bra is a bra. Sometimes a cigar is a cigar.
Well, look who he's got as thinkers here. Sigmund Freud, Carrie Fisher, Norman Lear, Vidal, Puglia, Tom Wolfe, Stephen King, Fran Lebowitz, Gauchy, artists and writers, Kurt Vonnegut, Truman Capote. So let's really explore.
She's very funny, Carrie Fisher.
It's a nice one. Gore Vidal, is it?
No.
Who's that? Norman Lear. There you go. There's Gore Vidal.
That's very early. So that's Betty Friedan, and that's that's Puglia, and that's Steinem.
Steinem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Betty's eyes. But actually, I like Steinem's eyes too. They've seen it all.
Yeah.
They've seen it all.
This is very fiery. Look at the reflections in her eyes. Beautiful shapes.
Yeah.
Lovely shapes. He's got the shapes of the eyes. You know, like if you look at just the eyes, you could tell who they are.
Yeah.
Very interesting. And even this. This is a very interesting trait that he's got. So it's not something that's done very quickly. It's done very carefully, and I think
refined. He's refined it down.
Yeah, sort of synthesized, which you would imagine what goes through the mind of a graphic designer.
That's funny too, because look how thick the book is.
Valley of the Dolls.
They've got the drugs on it, you know. Mr. Stephen King.
Stephen.
That's interesting. Looks like a skull.
Yeah.
He hasn't got a hairy chest this time. He does tend to be drawn with his eyes close together.
It's almost a Grinch smile.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, I don't know who that is, but it looks like it's a latter day Oscar Wilde, yeah.
interesting work. You can see you're starting to get a few of these paper textures coming in. So with the advent of, I think, digital illustration, he started to bring in these sort of paper textures. So these are scanned paper textures, and they give you the effect that he's used both paint and airbrush and collage to get a really interesting shape and reinforce the simplicity of the shapes that he's chosen. So synthesizing down to a very, very simplified arrangement of forms.
See,
the other thing I wanted to mention
strong.
too, I don't know whether
look how very strong it is. It's very
angles, just diversity of angles,
nice mouth.
Straights and curves. I don't know if you can really appreciate the colours here, but they're very, very beautifully composed. Very, very keen sense of colour design.
The Divine Miss M, Bette Midler. He's got her.
Yeah.
And Jack.
Yeah. And whoever that is. Christian Slater.
You reckon?
Yeah, it is.
Look at the eyes. You want to go back to the eyes? They're just
slits with
2 dots in them, either side. Oh, Catherine Deneuve.
Michael.
Jim.
Yeah. Jim Carrey. Who's before Jim Carrey? The E.T., Catherine Deneuve, Sir Laurence Olivier. That's Sir Laurence Olivier.
That's terrible. That's not him. No.
Well, probably in one of his roles.
No. There's Home Alone. Julia.
Vinnie Barbarino. No, it's,
Captain. The crew are Travolting.
Yeah, John Travolta. Don't know what
The Australian film.
Oh, is it Babe? Okay. This is it. Looks like airbrush and crayon.
The tops.
So it's not an overly painted technique. It's a very simplified technique, but it's devised.
It's interesting how he's done the crowd
graphic
too.
design.
It's interesting how he simplifies the crowd down to just lines.
Yeah.
See, it's like you follow
Lines,
this,
a
and
few
then it
stencils.
simplifies it down just to.
Yeah, a few stencil, cutting frisket or something. Get some basic tonal shades in there.
There's probably some article about Babe.
Again, airbrush with the overspray. It's got this sort of slight splatter effect. Gives it texture, so that nothing looks photographic.
Well,
It's the opposite of
Liz Taylor and Richard Burton.
Yeah. Marilyn.
Yeah.
Interesting. More TV.
Well, no, this is movies. This is Mrs. Doubtfire.
Rocky.
Hey, Rocky.
Grease. Like smaller illustrations, spot illustrations from magazines.
Spike. You can tell that's Spike.
Yeah. Interesting.
A little bit of lip on that. Looks like a football with a line coming off.
Yeah. Another group shot.
There is. The Man of My Jaws.
There's Liz and a dog. They're fun. Nice. Yeah, good stuff. I've seen this many times. It's famous. That one.
He spent a bit of time on that face, didn't he?
Yeah, it's a nice. It's a nice expression.
One of the great things about cartooning that I love is the shorthand. How they get things down to a shorthand. And he's a designer. This guy's a designer as well. It's heavy design in his work, and
Well, graphic design is reducing everything that's unnecessary, and that's what this does. It cuts to the quick.
But he's done simpler faces than that. He's spent a bit of time on that face.
Yeah.
And he's made decisions. He's made quite a few decisions on that face.
Yeah.
So here we get back to the Scandal.
Scandals. Who we got in Scandals? J. Edgar Hoover, that's him. Melvin Marcos. Whitewater, Bert and Lonnie. Who's that? Don't know. Fergie and Dinah. Mike Tyson, Woody Allen. Let's jump in.
Well, there's the lady with the shoes. And there's...
Clintons.
Oh, that's Whitewater.
Yeah. Whitewater.
The Scandal, yeah.
It's a nice... Hillary. I guess it's Hillary. Never seen her look like that, though. It's interesting.
Well, that's Burt Reynolds and...
Lonnie Anderson.
Yeah. True or false? Obviously, what's he got in his hand? Oh.
Don't know.
Well, they must have had some... I don't know.
Blood
but they
pressure.
must have had some sort of fight, and it was televised, and to see who was... That's obviously a,
Fergie and Dinah.
Yeah.
Sign of the times. Oh, she's an angel there.
And look, and she's
90s.
red and she's holding a trident.
Yeah, devil and an angel. She literally became an angel. Mike Tyson. Nice one. Woody. So these are all Scandals. Okay, so
Oh, they're all the girls.
there's Mia,
His exes.
Diane, Mia. Okay.
And, he's so vain, they probably think this cartoon's about him.
Yeah. Horrible Dick Tracy. I don't mind this guy, but please, Dick Tracy, come on.
Yeah, well, they threw everything at that film. They threw Stephen Sondheim's songs, and they threw a lot of things at that. So is that supposed to be Michael Jordan?
Yeah, nice. That little.
I like this. This
illustrations
was the
are cool.
guy who married her for a while.
Yeah.
This is
He always reminded me of a Cocker Spaniel. His hair just looked like my dog.
really.
Yeah, I had a dog that had this haircut.
Yeah.
This sort of fuzzy mullet, this soft mullet. I wonder if she'd call it good boy. Now sit. Now beg. You want your millions? Beg, beg. Very nice.
No, I don't know. I mean, I'm not up to American
Yeah, cool.
scandals. I like the mouth on this one.
Yeah, look at that. How strong that is. It's really powerful. There's a lot of shine happening up here. I just wanted to get a nice clear shot of it. That's a really powerful illustration. I love that illustration.
It's Ellen.
Yeah.
And that's, what's his name?
Not Ellen. That's
Ellen.
Tom Cruise.
Yeah, that's Tom Cruise, but that's Ellen.
Yeah.
Martha Stewart.
So we go into media. Martha Stewart, Larry King, Siskel and Ebert, the Anchor Women, Dan Rather. Who else do I know? Anyone? Phil Donahue, I know him. I don't know many of these people, so let's explore them. Oh, yeah.
Mr. Braces. Now, who are these guys?
Siskel and Ebert. Does that help?
Oh, they're film
Buffs or something.
buffs, yeah.
Film critics.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
where the thumb's going up, thumb's going down.
That's interesting, the triangle and, the...
Yeah. Looks like
It does.
Family Guy.
It does.
yeah.
They're all the
Anchor Women.
The Anchor Women, yeah.
There's a lot of
That's strong,
gloss
isn't
here.
it? That's very strong.
Why is this? There's a lot of reflection.
That's very strong.
CBS. Don't know who it is. Anyway, moving on. I like the cows.
It's Phil Donahue.
Yeah.
looks like.
Don't know. It's good though. It's nice.
Oh, that's
Doesn't matter who did.
that's,
Spielberg.
Yeah, that's Eisner.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
They're having a
Spielberg.
fight
Yeah, having a
over
fight, yeah.
DreamWorks.
Yeah, that's right.
Wonder who won?
Yeah, I wonder. Well, that's
Bill Gates.
gee, he was brown nosing him, wasn't he?
That's
It's almost a straight.
Very nice.
No, it's almost a straight picture. You know what I mean? It's not a.
Don't know who they are. Hey, it's good. Look how simplified he's done this character.
Yeah, the shoulder. Loves. I mean, he'd be lost without triangles, this bloke, wouldn't he?
It's McCartney, I think. So this is another year that was, I guess. You'd have to go back to the
Yeah,
90s to see what they were, or the 80s.
yeah. They always get the new wave, you know, in
Yeah.
with the new and out with the old, you know.
Yeah, I've done a couple.
So these are
I've
all
done a
people on
couple of
radio,
those before.
obviously, on radio.
Yeah. Yeah. I've done a few of them in my time.
So he lost in the Magic Kingdom. He's kicked out of Disney. See?
Oh, good. But I didn't like him either.
No.
That's Katzenberg?
Yes,
No,
yes.
That's Eisner.
That's right.
So I don't like him either.
Yeah.
There's a great thing on Family Guy about him. Kalima!
Look at the feet.
I know, isn't it good? Becoming a symbol. Sports. Joe DiMaggio.
Where has he gone?
Is that a song?
Jesus knows you more than you'll know.
Martina and Chris.
Was Joe DiMaggio more famous for the summer of '41
Tiger
or
Woods,
his
I know.
marriage to Marilyn Monroe? We know it wasn't his Mr. Coffee commercials. Where have you gone?
Oh, I don't know what
Joe
that means.
DiMaggio, nation? Well,
Interesting.
these are
So I love this curvy stuff, you know, very sort of 1930s Disney-ish. But again, you know, he has that sort of stencil cut simplicity.
This is interesting. This is interesting. It's,
Crayon, use of crayon.
you
or
know, with
pencil.
the nose and the
Yeah.
angle and the lip and the, you know,
And these,
the firm determinated lips.
Yeah, this-
The smoker's lips.
here they are. Lemon Puss. Is that Muhammad Ali? Possibly.
Yeah. It's
Very
a
beefy.
bit generic.
Yeah, okay.
Bit generic.
Don't know who that is. Cowboy. Oh, this is famous. It's from Penthouse or Playboy, I think.
His art certificate.
Yeah.
Interesting set of teeth.
Reminds me of Bluto. It's got that beautiful
Yeah,
roundness, 1930s. Oh, that's no, it's not. That's
It's
what it
not.
was, but it's
It's not.
not.
7.
Yeah, 7.
Who is it?
Tommy Lasorda.
Oh,
Don't know who that is.
we're out of our depth.
Yeah. Some
Yeah.
lovely action. Nice.
Yeah,
You
no-
see the texture here of the paper. This is airbrush. And I don't know if he's got overspray. This is overspray because you can never rely on cameras actually giving you a nice clean
What's
shadow.
overspray? What's
Well, it's a
overspray?
sort of an effect of the airbrush spraying outside of the frisket or the masked area.
Yeah.
Sort of give you a gradient that, so it's not sort of mechanical, looking too mechanical.
Well, I don't know. This doesn't look anything like Jordan. I suppose it's Jordan, isn't it? Could be wrong.
What number is that?
10.
10. That would be Michael Jordan.
Yeah, no. He's lost him. That's strong.
That's Tiger.
Yeah, that's very strong. Black and white strong.
So yeah, he looks like he's, you know, channeling a lot of different things. There's the
It's like-
paper
that looks
texture
like
here.
Michael Keaton.
Yeah,
It's obviously not.
it's lovely.
These are sports stars.
I love looking at the texture of paper. It's very unique to see it in an airbrush. you kind of have to spray it at an angle to capture it.
That's Angela Lansbury.
Right, Theida. Okay, so there's a lot happening.
Theatry.
Buddy Hackett's coming up.
Yeah, Buddy Hackett. Yeah, okay. Cole Porter's coming up. Bob Fosse's coming up.
Siegfried and Roy. Very cool.
That is good.
I've never seen that. That's beautiful.
See how
That's
the
really
mouse right on the
nice.
side? It is nice, isn't it?
Yeah, he developed that on purpose. It's sort of
this-
like
this go-
cockeyed
yeah,
effect.
Go back to 2.
2 would be...
Oh, Tommy and
Twiggy.
they're in Boyfriend,
Right.
the Ken Russell film. Oh, look, see how he's cut that. Has he cut that and pushed it through?
Again, yes, but I think it would be airbrushed to help it along, because you can never, when you send these illustrations away to be photographed,
And
you can never
look
rely
at the
on
stylized music thing.
Yeah.
And look at her lips, the bottom one and the top one.
It's a nice effect.
I could
If you're going to do
be
this,
happy
use a
with
sort of cut out look, then it's a nice effect to get these shadows in there. It's cool.
Beauty and the Beast.
Yep. Stage show.
Who's this?
Jackie Mason, maybe.
You might be right. Jackie Mason.
Jackie. Where did it say that? Jackie.
Yeah, number 4. It's Jackie
Yes.
Mason.
Cool. Let's have a look. Nice. Try not to get it so.
Barry Humphries.
Barry Humphries.
There's this line again. See how that straight line will support anything. You know what I mean? Like at the back of the neck.
It's a knife cut.
Yeah. It's what's that from? Victoria.
Yeah.
Yeah, Victoria. I don't think that's it. I don't think they've nailed him. He hasn't nailed Barry Humphries.
Siegfried and Roy.
Yeah, with the tigers. Yeah.
White tiger.
Yeah.
Angry elephants.
Yeah.
Burning horses. In a way. It's nice. Very, very dynamic. There's a shadow here, so you can see this is airbrushed in. Looks like it's a shadow. It's been airbrushed in, so that you gives that effect of the paper cut. If there may even be paper, like a collage as well.
Okay.
So it's a bit of a multimedia.
There's a shadow
effect.
hanging over. That's Cole Porter. Yeah, who's this? 10, number 10.
Johnny Mercer.
Ah, yes. Moon River. Moon River. Now that looks like it's what's that on the town? Is it? That's on the town.
Yeah, on the town.
Yeah.
Bob Fosse's on the right-hand page. Yeah.
That's on the town. Yeah, they're
Yeah, look at
but that's the Broadway. It's
Sure.
not the- yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah, the buildings. Yeah.
Simplicity, but it works with the technique that he's chosen. This sort of hard edge thing and the paper cutout effect. Nice.
Can you check this page? I don't know who this is.
That's Lisa and Cheetah
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Julie Stein.
Jill Stein, yeah.
Is it Jill Stein?
It's Jill Stein.
Jill Stein.
I told him, Julie, don't go. Look at the hand.
Nice work. Yeah.
Look at the hand.
Yeah. It's cool stuff. Politics.
Jesse.
Is Jesse.
They've got Charles
Jesse,
and
I
Diana.
love Jesse. Jesse's a great guy.
They've got Charles and Diana in politics.
Yeah.
There's Alan Greenspan. I like that. I like the drawing there. What do you think of the drawing?
Yeah.
Here we are.
I like the eyes.
Very strong, isn't it? Look at the mouth. Look at the hands. Look at the neck and the tie.
Yeah. It's simple but strong. So with simplicity comes strength. The strength of their single image. That's Hillary.
It certainly is.
Hillary as goddess. What's this sort of medieval village?
Well,
Looks like a fountain.
the Fountainhead.
Oh, no, not
Anne
as good as
Ryan.
that.
Anne Ryan.
No.
Getting carried away.
Look, I like her, but she's nowhere near the class of Ayn Rand.
Boy.
Nowhere near the class
Oh,
of
we're
Ayn
going to
Rand.
get firebombed after that one.
Yeah. I like Ayn Rand.
Desmond.
What's not to like about a woman that stands up for what she believes in, whether it's wrong or right?
But there's such a thing as strong women, and there's such a thing as...
Well, she's not a total bitch like Margaret Thatcher, is she? Or the Queen.
Ding dong, the witch is dead. Why have they got Charles? That's a terrible Charles.
It's all right. It's okay.
No. It could be a newsreader.
There's our madam.
Our madam. Look at all the horses around her.
The lady on the money. Here she
Look
is.
at all the horses around her.
Yeah.
But I mean, why have they got this in politics? What?
Good
Royalty is in politics?
Good old Liz.
Yeah, well,
Tax dodger.
she's got a bit of a bit of integrity there.
Yeah.
Now, who are these?
Tegrity. Some tegrity. Not integrity, but tegrity. Yeah, I don't know who they are. It's good,
Well,
though.
we know that is.
Nice.
He should be in jail. He's not.
Who's that?
That's a Nancy Reagan.
She should be in jail?
No, him.
Okay.
He was the man behind
Nixon.
Nixon.
Yeah.
That's right.
Puppet
He
master.
was called the sexiest man alive at one stage.
I liked his voice.
Did you?
His voice was very iconic.
Well, this
Sort of
Pope
stood
is
out.
not very popular. Look at all these people.
Yeah. I like them.
You like the people?
Yeah, I like those. They look good.
Well, they're sitting on the wall, these guys.
Some shine on
Oh,
them.
that's
Yeah.
and he's dead. He got shot. The Jewish leaders.
Oh, Sharon. Oh, okay, that's what this is, the Wailing Wall.
Yeah, and they're sitting on the Wailing Wall.
Okay.
And this is his
That's
peace.
the guy who died in a coma.
This is his peace offering.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
And there she is, Maggie Thatcher. I think that Scarf did better. Maggie's.
Yeah, she looks very sweet there.
Yeah, very sweet. Yeah.
Not very sweet in real life.
I ain't going to work on Maggie's farm no more.
Look how simple this is. You know,
It's
the
Malcolm X,
shape.
isn't it? I'd say it's Malcolm
Yeah,
X.
it's got the leopard sunglasses.
I'd say it's Malcolm X.
I don't know. Let me go back. There's a lot of politics. He's done a lot of politics. I don't know what these were. I can't remember what these were for. Margaret Thatcher, Malcolm X. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's
Ronnie.
Ronald Reagan.
nice
Oh,
one.
I don't know about that.
Well, look at the bullet
No,
head.
yeah, but
Hairdo.
no.
And thumbing his nose.
No. Well,
The clown. Send in the clown. Don't worry, they're already there. Interesting. The interview with the man. The interview with Robert Risko. So, this is Kerry Sutton, the contributing editor of Vanity Fair. That's where he got most of his illustrations published.
well, it was yeah. Yep.
Very interesting, iconic, I would say, from the 80s, 90s. There's another very famous caricature of Diana Ross. This one, not so much. I've never seen this before outside of the book cover. But he's an incredibly prolific caricaturist, artist. And I think it's important because, you know, caricatures tend to be like same old. And really we forget about the genius of Al Hirschfeld and, you know, the designers or the illustrators that had a graphic design sort of sensibility. And he certainly did, Robert Risko. So,
It's not telling me what year it came out.
It would be 2003, something like that, probably. 2000.
Okay, all right. And it's who was it? What press? Monticelli.
Monticelli.
Press. And it's got some very nice.
Yeah, it's a nice spine which is now blurry.
Yeah, because it's too. Hang on, let's get down there. We are.
There you go. It's a nice spine.
Yeah, nice spine.
Yes. So,
Well, I follow him on Facebook.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's very,
Although
very
I
cool.
think he's past his best years because his stuff looks generic now.
Well, I think he needs more inspiration.
Yeah.
I mean, he certainly, the time that he was illustrating was the 80s, was the height of the musical era.
Yeah.
Has never been musical since. I think to that extent, the 80s were incredibly prolific, as were the 60s. So if you miss the 60s, you can catch the brilliance of the 80s. And after that, there ain't nothing. There's nothing more. But that's all right. We can always go back to the 60s.
Well, okay. This is not Frantz Kantor, and this is.
That was Jim Bridges, and this is Frantz Kantor saying we'll catch you next time.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for the sour persimmons, cousin.